Hi there, welcome to the Gardens and Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma, and today we're starting a few seeds in a flat, and pretty simple. We've gone through this many times before. This system is from Burpee. There's a solid tray on the bottom. There's little risers that go next to keep the cell packs out of the bottom of the tray. We water the bottom of the tray. There's a wicking pad on top of the risers underneath the cell packs. The water will go in, the wicking pad will suck up the water, soak the pad, and then the soil in the cell packs, as well as the roots from the seedlings, will draw the soil or draw the water up from the wicking pad. And this keeps the seedlings consistently moist. It means I have to water a little less than I would if I was top watering, and it helps prevent any kind of like flopping over, or potentially prevents flopping over from like too much water pressure on the tender seedlings. It's been working out pretty good for me. I liked it. I used this system last year. Worked great. We're gonna do it again. There's just straight seed starter mix in this tray. I put a little water in it, made sure that it was moist enough, mixed it all up, made sure that it wasn't too moist, but it was moist enough to hold its integrity. We do that so that we don't have to drown our seeds in dry soil, potentially pushing the seed down too deep when we sow them. That's the basics. I've made all of my plant tags. They're ready to rock and roll. And now we're just gonna get these seeds sown. So I've got 2 packets of Rocket Mix Snapdragons. And I have already done a cell pack like this. These are 36 cell packs. They're little 36 and 36. So there's 72 cells on this tray. They are a little bit smaller than like a 6-pack, obviously. So my Snapdragons will have to get bumped up when they're a little bit bigger to bigger trays. But to get them started, I've sown them all in these 36 squares. So I did one 36 square already with 2 varieties of Snapdragons. And this one is gonna all be the same, the Rocket Mix. And I'm doing that because I want about 200, I think it's 200 Snapdragons. Is that right? Yeah. I need just over 200 Snapdragons in an area. So with these 2 packets, I'll have this tray of 36, so another tray of 36, so that's 72. Some of them will get 2 seeds. We'll see how many seeds are in these packets, and I'd like to do 2 seeds per cell, and then when it's time to bump them up, I can divide them and essentially have 72 from this and 72 from that, and that should be pretty good. I already have Snapdragons in the landscape, and then we can pick up some annual Snapdragons from a big box store that strikes our fancy to fill in any gaps that I feel like I need to do. This year, and the Snapdragons, I just love them, and I want all the colors, so I don't care what color they are. The Rocket Mix is all kinds of colors. I'll put a picture up on the screen, which speaks into my theme of the year, which is hot tropic. And I just want all the hot, bright, tropical colors in all the spaces of my garden this year. So we're gonna sow the Rocket Mix Snapdragons. Then I have Wonderland Deep Purple Alyssum. And we really love growing alyssum. It grows great in all kinds of areas of our garden. It's a little bit harder to find a lot of purple alyssum. I find a lot of white alyssum, and I find like I think it's like sparkling amethyst or something. It's white with like a little purple hint in it. It's like kind of sparkling purple in it, and I wanted a really dark, solid purple hedge around one of my raised beds this year, and then anything extra we could pop in around the garden. So I got a packet of the deep purple alyssum and a packet of the pansy historic florist mix. And I just thought this was a really fun mixture of a whole bunch of different colors of pansies. Pansies are a viola. They're larger faced, and they are a little bit more temperate. They don't always overwinter in my garden. Violas, on the other hand, straight violas will overwinter in my garden, and we'll be growing some of those soon. But I want to get these pansies started because they need to be started 8 to 12 weeks before the last frost, and the violas I think are like 6 to 4 weeks. So we do those soon, but these ones need to get sown like right now because we're already past our 8 weeks. So it's like on the shorter end of things, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so with the pansies, I have grown violas from seed before. I have not grown pansies from seed before. So as a reminder, every pansy is a viola, but not every viola is a pansy. All right, this says surface sow. Great. So I might do those at the end so they don't get knocked around. So surface sow these, and these alyssum, just press into soil, do not cover. Awesome. And then they're all the same. Press into the soil, do not cover. Excellent. Oh my gosh. That makes it so much easier to do because you don't have to think about what's happening. All right, so we've got the rocket mix, and I don't know why I made 2 labels because they're all the same. So we'll just use the back of that label somewhere else. And they come in these, okay, so there's the packet. These are from, the snapdragons are from Swallowtail Farms, and then there's a little plastic package. Inside the plastic package is a tiny, like, waxy coated envelope packet thing. All right, awesome. So these are super tiny, and I don't even think I'm gonna fill the whole tray with them. Is that okay? Oh my gosh. Those are the tiniest. Well, here we go. See how far they go. Okay, it did actually take all 18 cells, so count my lucky stars and we'll get this full tray done. My goodness. Oh, here we go. So then I'm gonna just do the alyssum. These are also from the Swallowtail Farms. These are out of Santa Rosa, California. So a little closer to me than some seed farms. Okay. These are bigger, thank goodness. Goodness, there were so many in there. All right. Save these. We might use them another year if they come up really quickly and we think of other places we want to put them. We might decide to do a few more. Maybe we'll try winter sowing them. That might be interesting to see how they do. They're probably a really good winter sowing option. Okay, then we have the Pansy Historic Florist Mix. They get 8 inches tall, which is kind of fun. These are from Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company out of Missouri. Woo. Okay. Okay. All right, then the other thing I'm going to do with these is I'll water them in very gently with a mister. Sometimes I use a mister, sometimes I have a little, no, it's like a water bottle with a little tiny sprayer on it, but it's up by my seedlings that I have growing in the window right now, so we'll just use the mist this time. Other thing I want to do is put vermiculite on the top of these. So even though they're all just surface sown and just want to be lightly pressed into the soil, which really I find that just watering them does that. I don't know if I really need to do this. All right, so this bag is driving me crazy. I just do a really fine dressing of the vermiculite. It still allows plenty of light to go through. So these ones that want light to germinate will not be so covered that they won't get light, but the soil will be covered enough to help with any kind of fungal issues or dampening off that may happen due to having too much moisture, which I tend to struggle with in my home because I have a very high humidity home on the Oregon coast. All right, and then I just have this humidity dome that goes right over the top. We will put these under some grow lights and I'll keep you all updated, let you know what's going on. We sowed some dahlias, snapdragons, and feverfew last week, and all the dahlias are already up, which is super fun. They're like 2 inches tall, which is really exciting. So yeah, this is what we've got going on today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you're celebrating your life, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.